Yo, Scudo, what's up, buddy? How's it going? How is your Sunday? Sunday, right? I don't know what day it is anymore. Time is irrelevant now, you know? Oh, he has. I don't need a chat box. He has like a built in chat box. Hello, Hellfire. Good morning. Just making sure everything is running. Charlie can't come to this podcast today, so I am, doing it through me. Um, and I'm just going live a little early to make sure that everything is working properly. Should be a fun episode. I mean, they're all fun episodes. Am I right? Don't answer that unless you agree it's a fun episode. Always. Got a new envoy with us today. Goofy in the house. Will be in the house. It's me, Crondo, and it's Goofy. What is it? Rexy? How do you say his name? I'm blanking here. I'm blowing it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think it's GoofyRhexxi. He is a super cool guy. Whoa, what is all this? Oh, cause it's capturing my display. Okay, gotta remember that. Interesting. And Hellfire, always Hellfire. Hellfire's always in the mix. I don't think I don't want to do the podcast without Hellfire. You know, you give us the soul of the podcast. You know. Who would have bet how salty Crondo is today? When is he not, dude? The Soulstone of the pod? Nice reference. Even though we stopped playing that game after a week. Uh, yeah, I'm sure he'll be salty. I mean, everyone's salty right now, you know, with the latest legendary, the latest character announcement. A week a season is all I can do. Yeah, man. The thing is, as much as I do enjoy the game, um, the grind in Diablo, you did it once, you did it before. You know, you did it once, you did it before. Um, I don't know. I do have fun building other characters and like trying to go up as much as I can in griffs, but it's just how much of the same thing can I do every time. At this point, I only log in if I have somewhere to be or have to do something. Um, because it's so easy to pop into a rift, just fart around for 5 minutes, and then if I have to like go do laundry or I'm waiting for laundry or making food or what the hell ever, it's not like a big time commitment like some other stuff. How long before it goes off on the Jubilee rant? So the way that the podcast goes. Recap of the past 2 weeks. So that's after the intros. Uh, Once we get into that, I'm sure we'll hear. You'll hear it from me in a minute once we get the pod going. I don't give a shit that Jubilee is gonna, as a character, or gonna be a character. I don't think anyone, Well, I mean, you'll hear it. You'll hear it. I don't have to go into it now. I don't have to go into it now. But actually, can I do this? Does that work? No, that's not what I want. That is not what I want. There we go. That is what I want. Okay. You're back on a new server in Rust. A new server? It's not like the 8,000 hour server that you have. Wait, do I actually have this podcast set up that it's an MSF podcast? I just realized that. Yeah, talk shows and we're gonna go to Marvel Strike Force though. Marvel Strike Force. Stream tag podcast talking. I really have an issue with it. I agree there are better characters that could have been legendary, but I'm going to quit a rage about it. I like to see the rest for Kit. Yeah, 100%. Marvel Universe. There's a million characters. There's 1 million characters, and you know they're all going to be in this game at some point. This is a PvE server that does a much better job than the one I was adminning for my buddy. Oh, that's cool. I've seen some really funny rage videos from Rust, like people losing their entire Rust livelihoods. I will seem a little disappointed at who it is, but I like the design choice. Plays into my nostalgia. Right. I don't even know if it's Marvel fanboys. I feel like it's more so Marvel people who don't know Marvel characters are upset about Jubilee being the pick. I don't know. Like, chill. I don't. Like seriously, every character you're ever gonna want is gonna be in this dumb game. Every character you could ever want or imagine is gonna be in this game. They're gonna be here. They're gonna get here. You know. We'll see what the other boys think, because I'm curious of what they're gonna go into. It's really been fun seeing the salt on the internet. People are gonna quit over this. People who say they're gonna quit over Jubilee being a character, but not over any like the predatory stuff that exists in this game, I think is the funniest. Is actually the funniest fucking thing to me personally. Like, that's what's gonna make you quit. Jubilee being a character. Oh, okay. Not like any of the other million problems that we have with the game. Characters coming in broken, their kit's not working. You know. Oh, I gotta turn off. Am I? Guys, we're gonna lose stream for 1 second. It's gonna come back. Stream. Hello. Hello. Okay, great. I have a VPN. I started using a VPN, and it is annoyingly enough doesn't like Twitch. So I don't know. I tried looking into it of why that is a thing. Um, no idea why. It's NordVPN, which is a great VPN. I know it's legitimate. A million people use it, but for some reason it doesn't like Twitch. Twitch will keep disconnecting the chat room, and I know that doesn't disconnect the stream, but it still like kind of bugs me out. So I don't want to take the risk of anything going wrong. Um, I always forget to disconnect it before I start streaming. I'm at work and my VPN has like a 10-second delay and won't allow me into any kind of. Oh, really? Voice chat? Yeah, VPNs are weird. They're great for like the stuff you need them for, but they're weird. This is Red 5 going in. Nice. Speaking of Red 5, I've been playing Star Wars Squadrons. Squadrons is actually a fun game, y'all. People said are the ones like me that only know Jubilee from the 90s cartoon, so we see her as a young Jubilee that they had to be babysat. Yeah. She currently has a kid. She's pretty badass on Krakoa. In the House of X-Men new Jonathan Hickman stuff. Right? Is that right? She has a kid named Shogo, doesn't? Is that Jubilee? Am I thinking? Yeah, Jubilee has a kid named Shogo. I don't know if Shogo's adopted, to be honest. The problem with X-Men stuff is that it runs around so much. There's so much happening with X-Men stuff. Where's the guys? Where's everybody? Where's Goofy? And I get it. I get only knowing her from the 90s cartoons. But hey, there's, like 3 million comics out, especially X-Men comics. Like, Weird, you're joined? I don't see you. Let me leave this. Let me restart this. Huh. What is happening? Clearly, let me bring this back up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
Oh. There you are.
There we go. Okay, that was very strange.
Dude, I love the background of your place, man. It's so colorful. And do you have stockings for all your cats? For your 2 cats?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so adorable. I think someone needs to call tech support. Nah, man. This is literally every week with us, dude. We do the same thing every week, but for some reason the settings have to.
What does this mean? Oh, I need 140 hertz. Oh, you should tell me that. Oh, why? Oh, blowing it. Wait, why does this hate me so much right now? Charlie's never allowed to. I'm messing everything up. Same double-sided mic. Oh, that's funny. It does look like that because our mics are coming in.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That's really funny.
Good.
Wait,
That's
put yours
really
put yours more horizontal. Fuck, that's funny.
Oh, come on.
Mine's gotta come out a little bit.
Dude.
What is just? Don't worry about it, man. All right, we're making it work. It's so close. It's so close.
Huh?
That's good enough. That's good enough. That's good enough.
That's all the money, dude. Look at
that.
I'm sorry. That's absolutely hilarious.
It's pretty good. Goofy just said he's feeding his kids real quick, and he's gonna be in.
Dude, the double-sided mic. That's freaking hilarious.
It says that I don't like that. It says that my Wait, what? No, get away from. No, stop. God. It says that my mic is not. Something's wrong with my mic.
I just dropped $600 on some pots and pans. Damn, son, what kind you get? Must have been a good kind. I did that a few years ago. I dropped probably about the same. I bought a bunch of all clad, and dude, oh, I love using those pans. They're so good.
Oh, it says that my sample rate is not supported in SquadCast.
I like it. Getting goofy with GoofyRhexxi. Hexclad. Oh, those are good, dude. Those are
they
really
actually good? I see like the Instagram ads for them. Like, there's no way this is a good thing, right?
They actually are, man. But you know what? The thing is, you like cooking in a cast iron skillet, so that is better than the Hexclad. So Hexclad is good for people that don't want to upkeep a cast iron, because in my opinion, cast irons are the #1 thing to cook in, period. But
great, annoying.
Exactly. They're
annoying,
but
great.
The upkeep on them, like you got to clean them, you got to season them. Like cast irons can be a pain in the ass, whereas the Hexclad ones are all, they're basically like non-stick skillets without having to worry about scratching them.
Yeah, we're so for Christmas this year, me and Mallory, we're just getting each other stuff we need for the apartment.
It's a good idea.
Instead of like getting each other, well, we're doing like very small gifts, but like mostly it's stuff for the apartment, and one of them is going to be a big set of non-stick, like a nice set of non-stick, because it's just easy. Like I don't need to do like the cast iron for some stupid stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's not always.
You know what I love non-sticks for is like anything pancake related. Eggs.
Yeah.
Quick
there's
stuff,
something about well, that's the thing too, is the skillet has to warm up. You gotta warm it. So like I like making pancakes in the skillet, but I have to wait like a few minutes or so to heat that shit up. Yeah, I don't know. I recently got a cast iron. Well, it's not a cast iron, it's carbon steel, but you have to season it the same. A nice wok. A really nice wok that was like a game changer for me. Oh man,
woks are the same, dude. Woks are like, dude, you know what it is? It's a weird, I don't know what it is about those pans that they just accrue flavor over time.
It's funny because that's why you call it seasoning or seasoned.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just the flavor they develop is almost uncanny. Like you can't put a finger on like what that flavor is, But like when you're doing a wok, I think it's something about all the soy sauce and like
definitely
the sesame oil and the chilies and things like that.
It's funny. It's like in hindsight, it's kind of gross. My mom had this one pan at the restaurant that she would only wash at the end of the night. So it would cook certain things on it. She only cooked certain things on it, but like it stayed seasoned the whole day. And then at night she'd wash it. The next day, like it was clean for the next day. But it's questionable. The restaurant's closed, but not because it was bad health.
Right.
They retired.
I've seen stuff like that, man.
Okay, turn Crondo up. So it's probably my desktop audio. I think he is. Crondo, talk a little bit.
Yo.
Not on, just up. Oh, he's always turned on, baby.
Huh.
Since we're doing it through my Streamlabs, all of the settings are wrong. Everything is different.
Okay.
What I should do after this. Hey, Goofy.
What's up, Goofy?
What's going on? What's going on, fellas?
What's up, buddy? What's up?
Pardon my tardiness. How y'all doing?
You
are
are
good, dude.
You are good.
We were just sitting here having a conversation about cast iron skillets and
seasoned food,
seasoned food and things like that. Yeah.
Turn my mic audio down on Slavs and the desktop audio up. Okay, that should be good.
So we Vvash has some
family emergency
stuff going
today.
Yeah, so we kind of had to piece this together at the last. Well, Charlie,
it's not the normal setup. That's basically what he's getting into.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good.
You use a Yeti mic, Goofy?
Yeah, which is probably picking up everything at the moment.
No, you're not.
You hear a little bit of background, but it's not too bad.
Yeah,
you're all good.
Nothing beats my alliance leader Full Metal when we have him on the show. He has I mean I'm gonna joke and say this is definitely gonna be the wrong number, but he has like 8 kids, I think, like 8 or 9 kids. And I'm not joking.
He actually
about that.
might have 8 kids.
He actually has 8. I think it's like 7 or 8 for real. But I always joke around and I'm always like, he has like 200 kids and then I'll be like 228 kids and like it just always steadily increases. Well, anyway.
Oh, that's like my parents' anniversary, dude. Every single year goes up 3 years. They've been it's like every year like, oh, Dom, 30 years, 31 years, 35 years, 37 years. I'm like, you're not counting this. I don't know what you're doing, but you're not counting this.
So he on the show, dude, his kids were just like, we were talking about certain things and all of a sudden you just hear in the background, you just hear like a school of kids just be like, yeah, background. You're screaming in the background, so it's
That's solid. Well, my kids are right over here, so if you hear anything, you know.
Nah, it's all good,
it's
man.
all good, man.
We
really appreciate you being here. So
Yeah, no problem, man. No
we're
problem.
gonna get going in a second. I'm gonna actually just get a quick drink of water before we do.
All right, are we live now? Actually,
We're live on Twitch, but
Okay.
we're not recording just yet.
all right.
As we do our little intro and all that good stuff. You got any questions or anything?
Not fully. I only asked because the kids got breakfast, but I haven't eaten mine yet. So I just wanted to know if I could munch down real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead, dude. Go ahead. Yeah, we're we love food here on the OG podcast, man. So there's no problem with that. Want to become famous? Oh wow. Oh okay. Hello. We just started getting bought. Wow.
Already?
What is this?
Only a few minutes in? Wow.
I know. Yeah, that's strange. How long you been streaming for, bro?
Since June. So what's that? Almost 6 months? Fully almost 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, someone just get banned? Oh, what's going on in here?
There was like some there was a want to become famous bots coming up in here.
Oh,
I want to be famous, but I mean,
As annoying as that is, I just want to say, like, I feel like you haven't made it until you get that bot spam. So I don't know. That's like a new personal thing for us. Before we get going, I just want to show you guys this because it's really cool. I just got it yesterday. My boss sent me and my other producer colleague Dan. He asked us the other day, like, what our favorite movie scenes were, just randomly. I'm like, I really enjoyed the fight in Empire Strikes Back between Luke and Darth Vader. Solid scene, you know. And my colleague Dan, he said the Copacabana scene from Goodfellas. And so what he did was he made these two and framed them, the scenes, and then with the script that matched the scene. So he took like it was really
Wow.
it was really thoughtful.
Wait, what was the scene from Goodfellas that you just said?
The Copacabana when they're walking through the back of the restaurant to get it.
That's a good one.
Henry and his girlfriend at the time, it becomes wife, but
Yeah, dude, I think my favorite Goodfellas scene is when Ray Liotta comes home. And his wife had been the guys across the street. I don't remember exactly what happened, but he's just like, oh, okay. Hold on. He just walks up, doesn't say a word.
That movie's harsh. That movie's harsh. But yeah, it was like
anybody else? Anybody else?
Super
okay,
sweet,
and then just
super
walks
sweet
home.
gift.
You know, like I don't know. I just thought it was like that is the definition to me of like a gangster, right?
Yeah,
like
pretty
that's like, oh, you're gonna fuck with my wife, huh? Okay, hold on.
How
I'll be
excited
right back,
am I to
you know?
interview Run the Jewels? Do people say you're Killer Mike Goofy? Is that what this is?
Hmm?
Do people say you're Killer Mike? I just had someone ask, how excited are you to interview Run the Jewels?
No, it might be. I don't know. Run the Jewels. I'm not familiar.
Oh, you never heard
Mike
Run the
and
Jewels?
LP.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's just a rap group. Someone just said how they're excited you to interview Run the Jewels. I didn't know if that was a thing that people in the channel equate you with Killer Mike.
Yeah, I'm not. I guess I'm not cool enough to know who they are. Sorry, guys.
I have no. Hey, bro,
I apologize.
I have no idea who that is.
You never
either.
heard Run the Jewels either? Oh goodness.
No.
You guys
I'll have to look it up real quick.
You guys got to use google.com.
Run the
Love it.
Jewels.
Let's get going in here. I'm going to start recording us. Real quick, Goofy, just talk real quick.
Hold on. Check, Mike.
Okay, cool.
1 2 1 2.
And so Charlie said everyone is recording. So make sure we do this right before we get in, because every time somehow Chef Crondo doesn't record.
All right.
Does this look right?
Yeah, everything looks good, man. I mean, that's usually what his thing looks like when he's getting started. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Goofy, we kind of have like a little bit of a sequence we go in with things, like, and we try to stick to it. I'm the one that screws it up all the time.
I'm gonna keep us in.
I'm the one that's like, oh, we're gonna talk about what's coming or what happened last week, and then I'll be like, dude, Jubilee's coming out, legendary, and then Vvash will be like, dude, we haven't gotten there yet, okay? Like, we'll get there in a minute.
All right. So
I'll try not to be that person myself.
no,
Then. All right, cool.
Charlie just said that he sent you the topic list, so that's good.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, cool, excellent. Well,
all right, we're gonna get in and go now. We're gonna get in and going now.
Get in. Get it in.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Overachievers Gaming Podcast, Marvel Insider Edition, Marvel Strike Force Insider Edition, episode 46. With me, your host, Ash Pastrami, joined as always with Chef Crondo. Vvash unfortunately cannot be here today due to an emergency, but we are going to get going with our boy Goofy. Is it GoofyRhexxi?
Yeah, you got it.
GoofyRhexxi. Okay, cool. And as always, you can find us at ogpodcast.fm, Instagram OG.podcast, Twitter OverachieversP. There's too many things. I know. Patreon, YouTube, come to our Discord. So many things all over the place. Google.com, Overachievers Podcast. Rexy, Goofy, where can the people find you?
Yeah, so mainly for the most part, YouTube, my YouTube channel, GoofyRhexxi on YouTube. You can also find me on Twitch, GoofyRhexxi there too as well. Twitter, Facebook. I think that's Discord. I have a Discord too as well, so if you want to hop in, but you'll see all of those on my Twitch and on my YouTube channel too.
Perfect. Do you have a stream schedule when like any specific times or?
Yeah, so we're actually transitioning into a new schedule this week. So Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday nights are roster review nights. Wednesday nights are baby account nights. Friday nights are roster roast nights. And then we do a special kind of just like pop-up streams on Thursday afternoon, and then Friday afternoon, all Eastern Standard Time.
That's a robust schedule. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
But before we get into Strike Force and what's been going on the last 2 weeks, what's your deal? How long you been streaming? How long you been playing Marvel Strike Force? How did you get into stream? Like, give us your little rundown.
Yeah, so been streaming now for about 6 months. Started at the end of June, so almost 6 months. Almost 6 months now.
Awesome.
Also started creating YouTube content as well around the same time. Pretty much been playing Marvel Strike Force now for, I believe we just hit like 550 something days or something like that. 5.5 million TCP roster. I only say that because everybody's always like, bro, what's your TCP?
They want to know.
What's your TCP, bro? I'm like, so 5.5 million TCP.
I've seen your show. Like, you're actually a top heavy roster if I'm guessing, right? Because I mean, there's people out there that do that, right? They're like, oh, what's your TCP? But there are people out there that like have a 600K defenders team, and it kind of cuts down on how badass of a roster they have.
Yeah, and for me, like, I'm very wide, so actually you'll see a lot of my teams are only like 200K, 250K,
Okay.
So I'm very, very wide with my roster, which upsets a lot of people because they're like, yo, bro, you don't have a 450K rock order. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
hey, I got a question. Do you have fun with what you do?
Heck yeah.
Then that's all that matters, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the same way. I get annoyed when people are so hung up on the meta, right? I mean, because I mean, you could chase down like there's like an Marauders team, for example, right? That's like one of the only teams I feel like Marauders and Black Order are like the only two teams where I'm like, okay, if you've got the team, you might as well make them King Dicks because they are beast mode. But everything else, it's kind of like, I mean, I have like a 350K.
Somehow you've derailed his intro.
Love it.
That's how we do it.
I digress.
I digress. There's no
I digress. It's okay because you're here to rope me in and take me off of my podium.
Well, and you recently became an envoy too, right? That's when Charlie reached out to you. That's awesome. It's a fun little deal.
2 weeks fresh. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not good with time frames anymore with this pandemic. So
time was already harsh before the pandemic. Now it's just like, what day is it? What time is it? I don't
Pretty
know.
much.
But we're almost done with 2020. So
it's true.
I mean,
it's true.
I mean, immediately it should get better, right?
Right. Exactly.
Both of you were like, because I remember at the end of 2019, everybody's like, "Oh man, this year's finally over. 2020's right around the corner."
Every year. It's next year's gonna be better.
Right.
That's it's not a.
I would say it's 2021 doesn't have to try very hard to be better than this year.
True.
So.
It doesn't.
True.
It doesn't.
The world just needs to not explode.
And do you mainly stream Strike Force, only Strike Force? Do you have variety games, or what's your deal there?
Yeah, so mainly Strike Force. I try to trickle in some other games every now and again, but I haven't been able to do that for months. So for the most part, we're pretty much strictly on Marvel Strike Force.
Awesome.
I think part of the reason is also having a baby account takes up a lot of the time too. So
Yeah. Fair. You wait. So having a baby or having a baby account? You said baby
no,
account.
having a baby account.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I have a 1.9 million TCP baby
Oh,
account.
sure.
So
You know, it's funny because those having that free to play or that small account, it's good because when me and Charlie first started doing it, even before we brought Josh on, the whole reason we started doing Strike Force stuff was I had like a million TCP account, like not like a baby account. It was just my account, and Charlie was like whatever 6 mil or something, and so we had those two perspectives. And now it's kind of like changed, and then we brought Josh in, and Josh was like the middle point, and then I started to get up too, and now we're just kind of in it how we are, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
Cool. So let's go ahead and get in with the recap of the past 2 weeks. I mean, to start it off, obviously the announcement of Jubilee. A lot of feelings on that. A lot of people upset. A lot of people don't care. A lot of people are like, cool. Mostly it seems like there's salt. Josh, you're holding. What do you got?
Dude, it's so funny to me because at one point in time, back when I was streaming pretty frequently, I made this comment because people would always be like, "Who's your favorite character? Who do you want to see in the game the most?" And I would always say Gambit, right? But then I jokingly got on this thing where I was like, "Man, we're gonna see Jubilee before we ever see Gambit, right?" And I swear to you, like I said this so many times, and people would always be like, "Man, Jubilee sucks, dude. She's like one of the most overrated characters. Nobody likes her." Blah 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 blah. And then I saw her get announced, and I was like, Raffle, dude, that is hilarious. And I don't know, like I'm still wondering where Gambit is, but I did hear a rumor, and I'm gonna say that very disclaimer
Don't get us in trouble.
that it's a rumor. No, I heard through the grapevine that there's a possibility that we might see a lovers event around February for none other than Gambit and Rogue, which would be badass.
Yeah.
Because that's a great. I mean, that's a great idea overall. I mean, that's a big what if, and we're talking about what happened in the last 2 weeks of Marvel Strike Force, and I once again am over here just like jumping straight into things.
Well, I will say, I want to say this, that we play this game that's in the Marvel universe, right? With literally thousands of characters, both heroes, villains, non-hero, whatever, anti-hero, whatever you want to say. Thousands. And not only are there thousands of them, then they have different universes that have different versions or different or whatever. And then they have offspring or kids or anything. There's so many characters. So the thing that I want to say to people that are like, threatening to quit over this is the character that you like or love will come to the game at some point. So Jubilee might not be the character that you've been wanting, but you know what? Jubilee have a place, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
why are people so salty about it? Do either one of you guys? Because I honestly haven't been really paying too much
attention.
attention.
I don't think it's Jubilee. I think people are having frustrating problems with the games, and they're taking it out on Jubilee being the character that's coming, and not the character they want.
Yes.
Like,
I agree. I think a lot of people are just like, "Oh, Jubilee, her, why is she the legendary?" I'm like, "She's not legendary." I'm like, that doesn't really matter. Like, the legendary is gonna be based on the kit, right? So we'll see what that looks like. But I think people are just frustrated with other things, and then it just becomes, hey, let's talk about the Jubilee. Also, I think people are just salty in general, and just look for things to complain about. So
it's easy.
I think that's really kind of it.
I think if there's one thing the internet has taught us, anonymity makes it easy for someone to go negative. They don't have to worry about repercussions. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they can sit there and say, like, screw this character, screw Scopely, screw Strike Force, because they don't have to worry about something like, hey, you probably should just relax. Or if they do say that, they don't have to care. They don't have to care about it. Like, it's not, they're not being told them in person or anything. So I think in reality, people are probably upset about some aspect of the game, and they're just taking it out on Jubilee. So, everyone wants Iceman, they want Gambit, they want all these like bigger characters that they love, and they got Jubilee, and most of them only know of her from the 90s cartoon, which she was pretty whacking too also. So, I don't know. I think let's see what her kid is. Let's see how she is. For all we know, she could be like fire. You know what I mean? Like, she could be the dude thing. You never know.
I mean, okay, for as good as the art department is in this game, I'm actually excited to see what her kit looks like, because I mean, she kind of does have like a superpower that could be visually very, very appealing. So that's one reason that I personally was like, maybe there's a reason why she's the legendary. Like maybe they have some crazy attacks planned for her. And
But like, you know what's funny? Someone just said, Sobe Bryant just said, "There's no reason Minerva or Yo-Yo should be as good as they are
That's a
either."
super
MSF
good
doesn't
point.
make any sense.
Very,
And that's
it's very fair.
another important point about Marvel Strike Force is it's its own universe within the Marvel universe. You know, like
Right.
the comics are 616. You have the Ultimate Universe, blah blah blah. The Strike Force is its own. I'm sure. I don't know if they actually. I would be curious if like in the canon, there's some kind of number associated with Strike Force universe. But it is its own universe. It can. The characters can be as strong or weak as the, you know, the Beyonders in this case, or Scopely, as they want them to be. You know what I mean? So,
Right. If Fox can come out with movies where Professor X dies after Phoenix kills him, then why can't Marvel Strike Force do what they want to do?
yeah.
I'm being facetious, but
pretty good point. No, that's a pretty good point, though, dude. Like that's a pretty
They
solid
can do whatever
point.
they want.
Yeah,
So you know, but other than
I'm fine
like,
with it.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens. Let's see how Jubilee is, and then let's you know, in the next character that comes out, maybe it's the character you want. Everybody, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they did announce Iceman, and Iceman, his kit looks absolutely ridiculously good for raids. I mean,
yeah.
the ability to slow everybody for a certain percentage, and I mean, just the fact that he also can kind of revive like Ultron. I mean, he's really, I think he's sick.
Yeah.
And then okay, so we also had Stature come out. We had the Pimtech team. We had level 80 cap Doom War.
Yeah.
How is everybody? What are y'all's levels so far? I'm 76. I'm not really grinding. Too hard.
I'm almost 77.
Cool.
Almost 77, but I kind of dropped a lot. I was buying those the 175 core packs with like 250 energy.
Oh sure.
I was buying those a couple times because I mean, if we're a double EXP, you might as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
yeah.
How about you, Goofy?
Yeah, I'm at 77. I just hit 77
Oh,
like
nice.
yesterday morning.
Nice.
But I kind of cheated a little bit because I bought the $24.99, the energy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
bought
not
that.
cheating. That's called
Yeah,
using your resources properly.
it's actually the best, in my opinion. It's by far the best offer in the game. I love that. I love that
All
offer.
I'm saying is, if buying the stuff that Scopely wants you to buy is cheating, then like the entire Will community of cheaters in this game. You know what I mean? Like,
The
if
top
doing-
2% are all cheaters.
Yeah, if doing that is cheating, then Tonato Mac, like all the Dismal, like all those dudes are cheaters. They're all cheating. They're all-
Yeah,
Remen, you filthy cheater.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I've pretty much basically hit my budget for the month though with buying that offer, so I'm
Sure.
I'm pretty much done now.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
Yeah.
a good thing to do, though. If you're going to buy packs on Marvel Strike Force or any of these games, I feel like as long as you kind of cap yourself out to a certain point and it doesn't get out of control, because there are like two different categories or three. There's like the free-to-play, there's the person like a Dismal or a Fate's Fury, people that just like probably have the expendable income to afford to be able to blow money like that. And then there's the person that blows all their money that doesn't really have the money to be blowing it, and it becomes a problem,
Right.
And so it's good to be responsible with your purchases, because I did that a few months ago, or the month that Anti-Venom came out. I definitely went like all in. I dropped like $110 on this game, and I'm now regretting it. No, I don't want to say I'm regretting it, but I just don't really like spending that much money on a mobile game. Personally,
Goofy,
That's fair.
to let you in on it, I have like an algorithm for if I ever spend money on a video game. Is how many either dollar double cheeseburgers or Popeye's chicken sandwiches I can buy instead of buying that video game asset. So if I'm like really broke for the month, is that like $20 on those cores going to get me $20 double cheeseburgers? I think I would rather have that. I don't.
Yeah.
That's how usually I go with it.
that's 28 cheeseburgers
fair.
you could have in
That's
your
fair.
hands. You know what I'm saying?
I don't spend on Strike Force anymore though. Actually, to give you a recap, I quit for a while, probably like I don't know, like 4 or 5 months. I said I was done with the game completely, and then I got just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
What pulled you back in? Curiosity.
Realistically, I stopped playing because I felt that I was too. I was like almost addicted to the game. I got like really anxious when I couldn't because I had like a routine. I'd wake up, I'd play the game for a little bit, log on to do whatever dumb shit I had to do. And I went away for a week and I couldn't do that stuff, and I had like anxiety about it, and I was like, maybe I don't need this game anymore. And then pandemic hits and I'm not going to work and I'm not like I'm not going out. So once I had like a rhythm at home, I was like, okay, I'll play very casually. So like I'm not in no way doing no schedule stuff. If I log in and do stuff, I do it. If not, it'll get done later.
Yeah.
Vash, our other podcast partner, he was playing my account while I was gone, so it was actually like keeping up to date a little bit. Like that was his like baby account. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. He was going hard on it too, actually.
Yeah, which is funny. But yeah, so I mean,
and he pulled like some super good stuff for you too.
I have some kind of red star curse, but what's the opposite of a curse? I don't know. Like I get really good red stars. I don't know.
He does. He really does, man.
So it just happens. But
I wish I had that type of luck.
You and me both, bro.
I don't know how it happens. I really don't know how it happens.
My Strife and my Cole would appreciate some red stars right now.
Yeah, fair. And then in terms of so what are you guys feeling about Pimtech stuff so far? How are you guys doing in Pimtech stuff? Nothing yet.
I haven't even leveled them up.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically what I got out of because DD4 came out for those of you that don't know, and there's pretty much a little race going on. So I've been keeping up with what
also crazy race.
Crazy race for real. Hey, Fate's Fury, I'm rooting for you, dude. Or yeah, I think I would like to see somebody different win.
Very interesting.
But anyways, I'm gathering from what all the people in my alliance have been telling me that Stature sucks, and
interesting.
Ghost is actually really good, like really good, and same with Yellow Jacket. Like the two of them have their perks and they're actually useful in DD4, especially like the global section. But Stature just kind of, and Ant-Man and Wasp, like that is from what I've been told, I don't know for myself because I refuse to level up Ant-Man and Wasp because I just fucking hate those characters. Like,
right.
They're like the two that I refuse to invest in.
Well,
so
I think there's something to be said about trying to revamp characters that we don't care about because it's almost like I have a negative connotation to Ant-Man and Wasp because they're such worthless characters beforehand.
I do. I think they're terrible.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, regardless if you make them good in a team, I already have subconsciously a negative thought about those characters because they've always been so bad.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It does make sense.
Like if
right?
you rework Hand, I don't give a shit how good they are. I'm not gonna do anything to them.
I'm actually curious. So Goofy, at like your point in the game, how do you feel about a Pimtech team? Because I mean, you're kind of in a I would say like a midway point in the game where you probably have some really good teams. You probably got some really good characters in your roster. Like, does it really seem worth it to invest heavily in this team for a half-assed DD4 squad?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't really see the value for me to invest into this team yet. Mainly for different reasons. I don't like Ant-Man. I don't like Wasp.
Oh, excellent.
I've never really been a huge fan of just like Pimtech or Quantum, whatever, like in general. So that's just probably just a personal bias.
Mm-hmm.
And then just the whole idea of they're making this team for Dark Dimension. I don't believe it because of the Wakandan thing. So
right, yeah.
It's just like,
yes, sir.
I don't really know how I feel about that. I heard Ghost is good, but I heard the other characters. I heard that the whole entire team is actually pretty good for Dark Dimension. Or they're decent for Dark Dimension, but you really only need Ghost. That's what I've heard so far.
Yeah.
Like Yellow Jacket is good, but from what my friends are telling me, like that's not like an essential, but Ghost is an essential character for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll wait and see because it costs so much to get those characters to DD4 ready.
I would actually really like to see all like the top 10 people that are going for it right now. I would love to see their
the ledger if they're doing it.
The ledger of how much they've spent to get this far in DD4 alone. Like I don't want to know how much they spent leading up to this. I want to know from the time that the DD4 gear, or excuse me, the tier 15 gear came out and people started going for it. I would love to know like where they're at with that, but
yeah, I mean, you could.
That sounds terrible, but
you probably could figure out on your own if you want to do some detective work, like see where they were before, and then when yeah.
But I mean, they're also like people could be like doing mad core refreshes in the store.
Oh,
so,
sure,
I mean,
yeah.
There's like kind of the sky's the limit with how balls deep you really want to go in on.
True.
Trying to crack an out for this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got to 4 stars on stature. I pulled a 4 red star for her. So she's done. I'm probably not gonna get. I didn't get Ghost. I don't think anything's gonna happen with Ghost. I guess I'll unlock Yellow Jacket, but I'm not gonna. The thing is, if I don't get the stars for these characters, I'm not gonna put anything into them, and I'm not getting the stars for them. Like like Ant-Man and Wasp are done, but Stature's only 4-star. I'll unlock Yellow Jacket. I didn't unlock Ghost, so I don't give a shit. I'm done with them. Like as far as I'm concerned, I'm done leveling.
You finished DD3, right?
No.
No?
No, I'm at node. What's the shitty one after double Iron Fist?
8.
Yeah, I'm on 8.
Oh, that one's a pain in the ass.
I just got.
That's the one I'm on right now in my second run.
Yeah, it's not very fun. It's not very fun. Oh, were you live?
No, I just figured just in case anybody sees it.
Yeah.
Goofy, are you in DD3?
Yeah, I'm in DD3. I'm in Node 8.
Oh, we're the same right now.
We're all three of us are on the same node. That's great.
Well, at least you finished it.
Yeah, but have you finished your first run already?
I did. Yeah, I finished it actually. You know what's funny? I finished it like 120 days ago, or no, not 120. I think I finished it like 60 days, 60, 70 days ago, and I just like, dude, I don't like DD3. I just don't. I don't like the global section of it. So there's so many days that have gone, and this sounds terrible. I know people will probably be like, what the hell is wrong with you? But I just, like, some days just totally forget to do DD3, and actually it's been a lot of days that I've just completely forgotten. But I just, because I was just like, screw it, like, I'm not in a rush to get the gear, and I want to save the gear anyways to, like, make sure that I laser focus on the correct team for DD4. So I've been a little apprehensive, but, whatever.
Yeah, I'm 26 out of 45 on Node 8, so it's.
I will say this much, dude, it gets so much better once you get to Cosmic.
That's what I hear.
And
that's
City.
what I hear.
Like, well, dude, I mean, okay, so I know we're not here to talk about DD3 all day, but
we can, then we'll move on.
The Cosmic section, I one-shot 3 out of the 4 nodes with a 4-man team the first time I did it, and then for City, I had Symbiote, Carnage, and my 6 Red Vulture, and I mean, that took me like a week and a half to finish.
Sure.
But this time, I got stacked teams for both of them, so I'm actually like ready to go in there and just one shot through all of them because I have like multiple T14 units now.
Hell yeah. Okay. Cool.
I hate it.
GD3?
Tremendously.
Yeah,
I hate it tremendously. Node 7 took 27 attacks. Fun. And then Node 8 is probably going to take more. I'm 42 out of 45 right now. It took me 6 attacks to do it.
Oh, it tells your attack history. Oh, I had 28 attacks on Node 7. Yeah. 28 attacks. Yeah, same.
Yeah, the reason that I find global to be the worst is mainly the wave management. So you'll notice on Node 8 that each time you finish a wave, it goes down to the last enemy, and then it'll pop down an entire wave of enemies.
Yeah.
And they just unload on you.
Yeah.
And so I know there is a way to manipulate the wave management so that you can one-shot the whole thing because people have done it. However, for me, I'm over there like, rip. Like, I see I clear one wave, and I'm like, all right, that's done. Just watch Phoenix just get destroyed. Watch Sinister. Everybody just die in one shot. War Machine comes down, just unloads on my whole time. I'm like, how are you? Like, how on earth do you prevent this from happening? But I'm not gonna sit there and. My hat's off to those of you out there that had the patience and the time to like repeatedly start that node over to get it a one shot. Like, hats off to you, ladies and gentlemen. But that ain't me.
Yeah. Well, it is nice. Like, the thing about doing the Dark Dimension stuff is, it takes a while for a normal person, and I say that like normal people being like us, to get into the newer Dark Dimension. I mean, like, you see Goofy and I still doing DD3, and you're gonna probably start doing DD4 at some point in the next however many months. But like that's still a normal schedule for a person, right? But the good thing is when the whales go through it. They spent all their money. They get their characters in. They go through it. They see what works, what doesn't work, how long something takes, whatever. We're going in with more knowledge. They're going in a little more blind, seeing what character. I think that's what we're seeing with like, Tadano Mac. Like, the dude who blew through GD3 isn't having the same. Just because he spent a lot of money doesn't mean he's being able to blow through GD4, and that's like that's pretty wild to me. Actually.
Have you all seen some of the? But hold on, have you seen some of the choices he made and characters that he leveled up?
No.
Dude, he has a T15 aim monstrosity. Like, why? I don't understand it. Like, there's got to be a rhyme or reason, like whether or not it's he only had enough to get that character. I don't get it, just because monstrosity to me on paper is like
I mean, well, you know, someone like him though, it doesn't. I don't think there even is a had enough to do this, because the dude just seems like he just upgrades a character and doesn't matter. I don't know, like.
Yeah, but I mean, with the T15, there's sort of a limit on how many people are able to get right now. Like, I think it's not as readily available as it has in the past, because I think they are trying to make this harder for people to just plow through.
And we're seeing it. Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, Widowmaker beat it in what, like 1 day or something? DD2 in like 1 day, I think.
Oh, I don't
even remember. Widowmaker demolished DD2 like faster than anybody beat DD3. But yeah, I think as time goes on, they're gonna try their hardest to not let people blow through it, even if they spend tens of thousands of dollars like these people are doing.
Yeah, because I think we get to think about it this way, right? Like, the quicker that people get through it, it's the more that they have to create new content to keep people interested. So the longer that people take to get through Dark Dimensions, whatever, like, they create, then it's the longer that they can kind of prolong, you know, their or keep their interest is the way I was.
The only thing that sucks about, because you're right, that is exactly why they have to make it so damn hard. The thing that sucks about it is because and I don't like this shit on whales. I don't, because it's your money. You choose what you want to do with it, whatever.
Yeah.
But the problem in terms of at least this is a whale who has an insanely larger roster than anyone else is gonna blow through content faster than someone who doesn't have that money on it, right? So the devs have to, by the standards of a whale, create content to cater to the whale, because if the whale blows through it, they're like, what do I do now? When we're still like, oh, I'm getting through it at like a steady pace. You know what I mean? So that is the only thing that kind of sucks, is that content has to kind of be catered and created to how a whale's roster or how they play or whatever, because they're the ones that are kind of setting the pace for the game, and that is a little annoying. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. We're just slower with it. That's all. I don't know.
Yeah, it just takes us longer to do it, because they're creating it for them. So therefore, like, we have to now go hard on.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, cool. So what is coming up that y'all are looking forward to? What sounds exciting to you?
Who was that additional character? Like, who's that additional 6 character? Because we know about the 5. Who's the additional 6 character? The character that no one expects. That just sounds really weird to me. I'm curious to see who that is. And I feel like once that character comes out, I will really understand why Jubilee's a legendary.
I mean, you know what? Does anyone know the actual classification, like why they choose to make certain characters legendary and why not others? Is there like do they actually say like, oh, this they have right there? It doesn't seem like there is really a rhyme.
I've always wanted to ask a dev, especially in the Envoy chat, you know, what is the thought
criteria or thought
behind like, okay, hey guys, you know, Q1's coming up. Who we got on the board? You know, like, oh, Longshot and Shatterstar. Like, who the came up with, like, why? I mean, I'm just saying, like they're so all over the place.
But they're not legendaries though.
No, they're not.
Well, I'm talking specific legendary, because I think it's interesting. Like, when you look at some legendaries, some make sense. Okay, right?
Sure. Maw, Black Bolt.
Well, like
even Magneto makes sense. You know,
even back up. I don't think Maw makes sense to legendary. I would say Thanos. Or if you look at like, I'm talking like, to me, a legendary should be either the leader of a team or the strongest part of the team via canon. I guess canon doesn't even make sense here because we're playing a game that has its own canon. So I don't know.
Right.
I guess what I'm saying is why is Maw the legendary of Black Order? Why is Shuri the legendary of Wakandans? Why, like, you know what I mean? Like, why are some of the characters that aren't the strongest part of the team, which in the game that can not be the case, because I would argue that Shuri is the strongest part of the team, but like, you know, like Doc Ock, why is Doc Ock legendary of Sinister? You know, stuff like that. It's just kind of weird to me that which ones they choose.
Yeah, you're right.
Sometimes, why do they choose the legendary sometimes? And like again, like Jubilee is a cool. Like to me, I think like, comic wise, Jubilee is cool. Like regardless of people who don't read comics or don't know, only know her from '90s cartoon, whatever. Jubilee is a cool character. But like, why is Jubilee the legendary? You know what I mean? So there's definitely some questions I have there. You know, like why go about that process, or what goes into the process, and then what we get from there. But you're right. Like who is the other character? Yeah, I don't know. A lot of questions.
What if it's Rogue and Gambit? Can't be though.
No.
But I mean, then it would offset the team so drastically. Like, how are you gonna then you have too many people to use. You know, then what would have been the point of updating Beast's kit if you're gonna have Iceman, Kitty Pryde, Jubilee, Rogue, Gambit? You know, like why would I don't know. Like that was my only hunch as to who the additional character could be, but I don't know.
I'm like, what if they decide to go with crazy thought? Please don't chastise me. Crazy thought. But what if there is a character that's already in the game that they plan on actually just putting on the Astonishing X-Men team and then releasing a completely other separate character that's not even a part of Astonishing X-Men? Like,
I mean,
that was one of my thoughts too.
Did they say that the characters they're mentioning were only for Astonishing X-Men? Did they say that? Because if not, like that's not a bad.
No, they did. In the text, it didn't read that. In the text, it definitely they said no hints, like no hints. So
yeah,
I don't know.
The funny thing about especially specifically X-Men stuff is every iteration of like block of X-Men stuff comic wise that comes out, they always have, you know, Jesus, I can't believe I'm gonna blank on all this. They always have like Astonishing or like New Mutants or any of the stuff like they always have like these groups in there, and the roster for each of these groups every time they like a new event or whatever happens always flips in and out. So in reality, a lot of times it could be like anyone a part of this. You know what I mean? I mean like shit. Kitty Pryde is in the Marauders in the House of X, which you know that's. Kitty Pryde, like, you know, so it's like kind of weird in that sense. Like she's the captain of the ship that goes and saves mutants and stuff. So I mean, like, you know, in reality, they could do whoever they wanted with these teams. You know what I mean? And it's like when you look at like deep theories, like which Astonishing X-Men are they going to put in, you know, for this team? It's like, shit, man, they can put whatever they want. You know.
You know, so we were just talking about the topic of who they pick for legendaries. It actually does surprise me, legitimately, that Professor X wasn't the legendary. I don't know. He just seems like, if you're gonna make Magneto a legendary character, like Goofy was just saying, that is a very justified legendary character.
Easily.
Why would you not put his arch rival, who is the head of the X-Men?
They could though. They could at some point.
They could.
They could.
I mean,
I think they will.
That's the thing.
I think they will at some point.
I'm gonna keep going back to this. At some point, every character you know and love from Marvel will be in this game.
Yeah.
Questionable of who will be, you know, legendary or not, but every single character will be. It's gonna take time. You know, they're already building. There was actually a really good point made in the Facebook a post that someone was like, oh, like a fan said, can you create a character based off a poll that we get to pick on? And the community person was like, that's a great idea, but most of the time when we start making a character, it's like a very long process. So by the time that you voted and picked the character for us to put in, you wouldn't see it for like another year, you know? And I was like, that's realistically a very good point to be made, is that they're making these characters. They have to create the animations, the dialogue, the character itself, the kit. They have to like make sure all like that's a lengthy process, you know.
Yeah.
So who knows what's already in the mix of what's like in the backlog? But like, they're all going to come out. They're all going to be here.
Yeah.
I could say one thing, which I thought this was really cool. So I've been playing a lot of Contest of Champions again lately, and I was watching I was watching a stream where a guy had one of the art designers from Kabam on the stream with them, and they were talking about how they make the decisions on what characters they develop next, and basically each person that works on the art team gets to pick a character as a passion project and go like balls deep on creating them. And I thought that was such a great idea, because that's why they get these characters to have like super sick animation. I mean, they're running an event with Spider Ham right now. It's literally Spider Pig, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. Like the actual kit, the skills and everything, it's hilarious and it's really cool. And I think that I've always been intrigued as to the process that Scopely uses for whatever their character development is, because as of right now they're just going balls in on X-Men, right? And
But only
and
but think about that. Only the last like month or two, like 3 months.
Yeah,
and so that
but
means
I mean,
they were already making those characters however many months before that, you know?
That's true. Yeah.
It's not
They're
like,
usually
you
what,
know,
like 4 or 5 months in advance, probably.
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's even known how long it takes them to create a character from start to finish. So for all we know, they could have started making those characters last year. Like, you know, like those characters could have being made when Fox Next was still in charge. None of us know.
Right.
Okay, so hot question for the two of you. If you could have any character from the X-Men realm,
Specifically X-Men?
Specifically X-Men, for this mystery character release, who would you pick?
And it's specifically Astonishing X-Men, right? That's what we're
I mean, sure. Yeah, sure. I personally don't know the difference between them because I'm not like really in depth with the comic book series, so you would know better than I do, but
I'm actually not that knowledgeable on X-Men stuff. X-Men is probably the least knowledgeable I am on any comic stuff.
Gotcha.
Oh man, somebody in the chat just took mine. Dang it.
Who?
Bruins. He mentioned Morph. I would love to see Morph on that team.
I don't even know.
Okay.
Let's see what the Astonishing X-Men.
Morph would be just based on the fact that team already is shaping out to be a very control-based team,
like
as
how you
opposed to
just
this
did a pun
like.
there.
Is it Angel?
You said you're morphing. This team is shaping out. That was nice.
Thank you. But you know, it's for the most part, like they're pretty much basically looking like they're going to be a very, control, sustained team as opposed to this being this team that does a lot of damage. So the way I think about it, I'm like, well, if you bring in Morph to kind of do some of those, like maybe if he copies abilities, things like that, like I think that would actually be kind of dope, to be able to do, or copy somebody else's attack himself as opposed to like Sinister, with cloning a character. I feel like that would be pretty cool on that team.
Dude, that is one of the coolest mechanics in this game, I gotta say. Being able to clone characters.
Oh,
that's
sure.
Easily one of the most fun mechanics to play with.
Angel/Archangel would be super cool.
That's a good one.
Super
That's
cool.
A good one.
I mean, maybe like, something happens to Angel and he transforms to Archangel. Like that would be amazing.
That would be super. Oh my god, dude! Talk about a sick legendary, right? Because I mean, they have the same thing for Phoenix and Dark Phoenix. Like you could. Yeah. That's actually a fire idea.
And Archangel is a very strong character in comics, but that would be cool. Or like, someone mentioned Bishop. Like, Bishop is also a very strong character.
Bishop is strong.
Cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot more than I realize. That's the thing, because like there's all these groups in there's like so many subgroups in the X-Men. It's like hard to even keep track of them all.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting. Yeah, I guess we'll wait. We'll see. We're gonna get them all. You know what I mean? Yeah. I tell you, I say this the last like 3 pods. Give us auto sim. Give us blitz sim. That's what I want more than anything.
For the love of God. For the love of God.
Give me this.
It should be here soon. Hey man, they said back when the F-up happened and they went and made it live for like an hour or like 10 minutes or whatever. When they did that, they said that it's going to be coming out mid-December is what they said.
Hellfire just said coming next week. So I guess How much do you think it's going to cost? It's going to cost money. It's going to have to cost money. They're going to have or cores or something. Oh, thanks, Daphne.
I don't know if it's going to cost. I just don't think it's going to be as easy as maybe everyone thinks, because something about we all run blitz on auto now anyways, right? But you still need to go in and then select a character for them to actually go after first or kill first or whatever. And in some instances you want to get it to a point before you hit the auto button. I feel like you're gonna lose some matchups that you probably usually win.
Could be.
And I feel like that's gonna make it a little bit more complex.
I think that they're gonna have to do something to maybe not necessarily like straight up monetize it, but there's gonna be something that they're gonna have to get something out of it. Like it's not gonna be a gotcha game in some way if they don't. So I bet you you get a certain amount of blitzes for free, and then you get sims for free, and then you gotta like core it or something. I don't know. I think there's gonna be something like that.
I think it's gonna be locked behind the battle pass.
Interesting.
I can see that.
Like it's either like maybe they'll do it like Star Wars Galaxy Heroes or the other ones where the sims are all held back by sim tickets, and you can earn the sim tickets by like completing daily challenges or things like that. That was my initial thought, but and then in other games, I think it was like Disney Sorcerer's Arena, you could basically auto certain things that you couldn't if you didn't have the VIP pass. So, knowing Scopely and their marketing team, they're definitely gonna like dip into all these different games and come up with the good little way to rope in everybody to buy the battle pass. So that's just my opinion, but
Actually, I forgot all about the battle pass.
Oh yeah, that's coming real soon. Like I don't know when, because they kind of like when we asked them about it as in the Envoy chat thing.
Wait,
they didn't
it's
really
public
have
knowledge, right?
What? The battle
pass?
pass is happening? Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Oh
It's
yeah.
been around for a while.
I got afraid for a second. I was like, wait.
No.
Did we just blow it?
That got
No,
leaked
it's
like
real.
months
It's real
ago.
time arena, by the way.
Right, real time arena. Right. That is what they're saying.
Right. Yeah.
Dang. Anything else?
Everybody's favorite game mode.
You guys are looking forward to? Anything else coming up?
So coming up, they're doing the release of Doom War Chapter 3,
That's
which
right.
I'm super hype about because it's a way to farm Graviton and Taskmaster, and I love it because my Taskmasters G14, like 5 red stars.
Oh, nice.
My Merc team is is a force to be reckoned with. Like it's over 500k. Like I actually went really hard on my Merc squad on defense, so I'm excited about that. And I also have a really strong aim team, so I'm really happy about being able to finish off Graviton because there was like no way I was going to spend Alliance War credits on farming him.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Curiosity. I mean, that Graviton spot, that's just a placeholder, right? That got to be for Cole or something like that. It's either it's a placeholder for Cole, or they're gonna take Graviton out of the War Store and put Cole in the War Store. Like that's my prediction.
We got Cole in. Oh no, he's not in any store, is he?
No.
Oh no, he's not.
I have said this so many times that I think they're gonna make Cole obtainable because they've let us farm 3 out of the 5, and well, technically 4, I guess. But everybody has Thanos at this point. I'm assuming. However, I just feel like he's the one they're gonna gate off because he's the tank, he's the meat shield, he's the one that makes that team super pain in the dick to have to face. So if everybody has like a super fat Cull, it's gonna turn into everybody has a Black Order on defense except for somebody that has like a massive Emma hybrid team that can take it down.
Yeah.
At this point, I feel it's funny because with Black Order, it's pretty easy to punch up to them with a Black Order team.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious to see how this keeps going because I'm more afraid of a big Emma Marauders team than I am of a Black Order team. Which is funny.
It can be.
I have a 4.
They can be tricky. That's for sure.
What size is my? I had trouble for a little bit punching up with my Black Order team, but now it's unless there's like in a certain room, you know what I mean. The punch up for me is it goes pretty well, but like. I don't like a strong Emma team more than a strong Black Order team. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, because the Emma Marauders are it's a sneaky team because like you look at the power level, but like their power level is actually higher than whatever the power level says because you know that they're getting that increased health. Like you don't know what T4s are into the characters, so until you go in there and start fighting them, you're like, oh, dang, this guy has a T4 on all the passives, okay?
Yeah.
That's actually a good point. Like there's one thing that I will admit that they're kind of lacking is a way for us to determine what T4s an enemy has, because in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, and this was an addition like way later on down the road, like they have the same thing as orange abilities would be considered Zeta abilities is what they are in Star Wars. But they made a little icon down in the bottom left-hand corner of the oh my god, my brain just farted out. The avatar for the unit, and it actually would have a number of like how many Zeta abilities they had on it.
Oh,
so you could say to yourself, oh, this guy has 3 Zeta abilities. Well, that's not a easy,
Oh, sure.
Grand Moff Tarkin to take down. Or, I'm just using that as an example. So like,
No, but
it'd be
that's
cool
nice,
if they could
though.
have some kind of adaptation of that where it allows us to say, okay, well, like you were saying, Goofy, like, oh, this guy has every T4 on Proxima and Corvus. I better be careful because they can wipe a lot of buffs off of me, or they can do a lot of assists. And
No, that's
team me
fair.
up.
That's really fair. That would be a nice. It would be nice to inspect a team, wouldn't it? Like
Sure.
maybe
Right,
not even
yeah.
just have something like that where it tells you how many like right click on the team in the war, inspect, and like see the characters. I don't know. That would be
in War, it's definitely way bigger of an issue than it is in Blitz or Arena, in my opinion. Like you can get hard dicked in War if you're going
I mean, there's
you
so many buffs and debuffs on you where you know what I mean, like 100%.
There's like pros and cons to it though, obviously, because then it kind of like ruins, I guess, it can kind of ruin somebody's defense if you already know exactly what they have, in a sense, for the T4. So I can see why they probably would never do something like that. I can see the pros to it as you being the attacker, but then as someone that has that team on defense, like, you don't want them to know exactly what you have.
Oh, of course,
up
yeah,
into
of
that
course,
team,
of course.
Makes it a little, I guess, a little too easy at that point.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
Fair. Or you could just be a
maybe.
donkey like me and still look at it and be like, nah, fuck it. I'm not going to I'm just going to go in there and do it anyways.
At this point, I don't like, since I don't care as much anymore, I don't like letting the alliance down. So I usually only do fights that are the same level or a little punch down. Unless it's like something I know 100%, like power armor against, I don't know, defenders. Like I know no matter what the defenders team is, like it could be 700k, I'm going to beat them, like whatever.
Yeah, dude. My defenders got a defensive victory the other day, and I was just like,
what were they doing?
Like, what, dude?
Who
like,
was
how
they
did that
playing
even
against?
happen, man? Like,
that's funny. So, every single pod, Goofy, we talk about the things we love and we hate. We always say this. Everyone knows we love and we hate, but give us one thing that you love and hate about this game right now.
Love. What can I say that I absolutely
or just maybe like
love?
you kind of like.
Yeah. No. So what I will say is this, and I'm actually gonna, if I can talk about the hate as well.
Yeah,
of course.
So what I love is that all these new characters are coming into the game. I absolutely love that all these new characters are coming into the game. The reason why I go wide on my roster build is because I just like to collect the characters and then build them out. You know what I mean? So I'll go wide as much as I can. But here's also the thing I hate is that they're bringing them out too fast, and I can't keep up. So I absolutely love that they're bringing in new characters, but I hate that they're just banging them out like one after the other.
Yep.
Like what are we doing now? Like I feel like we've been blitzing for the past 6 weeks. Like I'm done.
Yeah. The like Blitz release characters, I just don't care about. Cool. I don't care. I am milestone and chill. I don't get anything above that. I just don't care. I'm not gonna put my time into Blitz.
Chill, baby.
Like I refuse to Blitz. I really do. I think it's the most boring aspect of this game, and I refuse to put time and energy into it.
Yeah.
Like straight up. But no, you're absolutely right. It is cool that we do have all these characters, but it definitely sucks getting so many so fast because who has the resources to do that?
Krakens.
Krakens. Yeah, Krakens. Exactly.
Basically.
Okay, so what about the hate? Did he?
Oh, he
did
said
say
the
that?
hate aspect is they come out too fast.
Right.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. They're tied together. He likes that there's a lot of characters. He hates that they come out too fast.
Yes.
All right.
Which is a very true deal there. What about Red Stars? What have y'all picked up for Red Stars in the last couple weeks? Anything good?
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me pull up my game real quick. I did get something good recently. I can't remember what it was though.
So I got a 7 Red Star anti-venom.
Oh, dang,
Oh!
that's cool.
That's sick, dude.
That's cool.
That's super sick.
Won't be able to get him the 7 Red Stars until probably 2023.
Sure.
But
That's true.
We got him the 7.
No, we're there, boys.
Yeah, when it does happen, when he's out of the meta, I will completely have him at 7 Red Stars.
Once super answer,
When he's out of the
yeah.
meta, that's a good point. That's a good one.
I also got a 6 Red Beast too.
Interesting.
Damn,
He's only at 3 gold. So once again,
Wait,
we'll see.
what is your anti venom at though?
So he's at 5.
Oh, okay, so it's still really good. A 5 Red Star.
I'm
anti-venom
getting
is
good use out of him
very
in
strong,
U7. Ooh, U7. Him Carnage, SSM,
Yeah.
Black Bolt, and Yo-Yo right now, which
That's
is a new
the same
team.
team I'm rocking, dude.
Yeah.
That's
the
a
same
very
team
strong
I'm
team.
rocking.
That's a strong team.
They're
Dang.
good.
Yeah.
You could straight up auto through. I'm in D3 in our alliance, and dude, I just like auto all the way to the end of the raid with
Yeah.
that team. It's so easy.
Mine aren't even that invested into. They're only like 366, and I just learned about it on Friday. Like somebody in my chat said, try this team, and like
so
I started on Saturday morning, and I'm like, why have I not been using this team before?
I'm gonna try this next. That sounds fun.
Yeah, they're really
It's a
good.
dope team, dude.
Well, it's funny. We have team advice later, but we'll just do it now. That sounds
hold on,
great.
wait. Red stars. Can I do red stars?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I unlocked my 7 red Black Bolt finally.
Oh hell yeah.
I mean, I had like bought the promotion. I had him at 6 reds, and then I bought the promotional to get him a 7. And
Sure.
Then his event came out, and I got 7 stars on him. He's such a badass dude.
Oh yeah.
Like he claps so hard, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like anytime in U7, I do his ultimate, he's just like, gone. Everything's gone. Everything's dead. Like nothing survives. It's a lot of fun. Also, like, I take him in war, and he actually like shits on his Guardian team. I love it. But that was the big one I did, and I pulled a 5 red Merc right guard, which I was actually not too upset about because again I was telling you guys like I have a pretty decent Merc team on defense, so I was like, okay, like that's what's up.
I totally forgot to do the red star disclaimer, and red stars are gambling. If you have a gambling problem, please. There's a link in the podcast notes to help with that. I'm so sorry. Charlie's gonna yell at me, but it's okay.
It's okay. We can. You guys can edit it back in. Right?
He can edit it. He'll figure it out.
He can edit it back in.
I got a 4-star red stature, or 4 red star stature, and then a 4 red star yellow jacket. Which
I got that too.
I got a 5 red star ghost, but I'm never gonna see it.
Oof.
Ooh.
So yeah.
Oh.
Whatever.
And for the record, before when I used to do the Saturday morning summon show, like back before I started doing the podcast with you guys, I did that. I did it like every Saturday morning. My buddy Meech and I, that I used to do the show with, we decided we're gonna do a Christmas special. So he's been saving his orbs, and I'm sitting
nice.
on a little bit over 40 red stars and a bunch. I have like 30 something
God.
golds. So we're gonna have like a little Sunday morning fun day kind of thing coming up here in the next like couple weeks. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun because that's like what I did for a year and a half before I started podcasting with these guys, Goofy. So it was like I used to just like every Saturday we'd pop up and open all our orbs on stream, and I notoriously have gotten really bad red stars in my day. So
I don't know how something about my account that it just seems to get like the okay like red stars. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I got 1 on yellow jacket. So
1 red star?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait. You got 1 red star and yellow jacket?
Yeah.
Dang.
Opened up 25 basic, and opened up 1 elite 4 and then 2 elite 4s and 1 elite 5.
That's harsh.
Yep.
That's
harsh.
that's savage, dude.
Yeah. Red stars are bullshit.
Yeah.
Red stars can be considered gambling. So if if you got gambling problems, then
see the link in the
seek
podcast.
help and don't play Marvel Strike.
Don't play Marvel Strike.
Yeah.
Actually, if you have gambling problems, don't play Marvel Strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get over to war advice. What's everybody feeling? I already said before I hate Emma Marauders. I don't really have the teams to fight them. I don't have.
I mean, you basically have 3 options. You have either a variation of X-Men with Beast, which you probably don't have Beast leveled up,
nope.
but you might. I mean, you could probably do a punch down if your X-Men team's fat enough, because I know. Don't you have a 7 red?
6
no,
red.
you have
Phoenix.
a pretty 6 red Phoenix. Yeah. So I mean, you might be able to do like a 50, 60k punch down if you ever come across one like that. But in my experience, my top 3 Marauder killers are number 1, Black Order, number 2, X-Force, and then for me 3, I use X-Men with Beast.
Yeah,
that's been
my
3
X-Force
teams
is
I
not
use.
leveled, which I know I should. The 2 teams that have worked for me, and they only work at a very small punch up, or mostly like at a level playing field, are Power Armor and Ultron, and then Aimtron.
Yeah, I was actually gonna suggest another one that I'm actually about to try out is taking my defenders off of defense, swapping out Luke Cage for Ultron, and apparently that team can actually take down an Marauder team like on a punch across or something like that. So I'm gonna try it out. I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah,
could go disastrously bad, but like I said, defenders are so dude. You could power armor a 200k punch up with defenders. So like they're just so bad on defense.
They're so bad.
Like,
there's like no
and
point.
It sucks because I have 5 reds on every one of my defenders, and I pulled all of those. I didn't upgrade any of them. Like it's like, dude, come on, man. Like
they're not on defense for me. I just use them to like kill weak teams because who gives a shit. I have a 470k defenders that I just use to kill like 100k teams because I don't. What does it matter,
Yeah, I heard Fantastic Fortron works too as well.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Take out
I've,
what is it?
I've
Take out
never
It's a good one.
Johnny Storm.
I've never
I think.
tried
I've
that team.
I've
I
done
know
it once. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've tried the Power Armor one. I've tried the X-Men one too as well. I've also used Inhumans with Ultron as well. That's also worked.
Okay.
The thing
Okay.
that's
Small
tough,
small punch up though. Small punch
yeah.
up.
The
Yeah.
thing that's tough for me is my Fantastic Four is only 300k with Ultron. My Power Armor gets to nearly 400, which is why I usually use them. And then my Inhumans are strong, but they're only strong because of the 100k Black Bolt I have. So like the rest of the team is garbage. So I usually can't do much punch ups with them because the whole team will die. It's just Black Bolt, and then I'm getting screwed. You know.
Yeah.
That's the only tough thing there. But yeah, Power Armor with Ultron has been an actual okay deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. We kind of already did Team Vvash. I'm actually really interested. I want to try out that Anti-Venom, Carnage, Symbiote Spider-Man, and then Black Bolt and Yo-Yo. That sounds interesting. Cause I've been doing the same
Super
one I've
good,
been doing
dude.
forever. You know, what is it? Hela, Black Bolt, Yo-Yo. Actually, the only difference is take out Hela because I just realized I'm doing Carnage and Symbiote with my U7
Yeah.
right now. Anyway, oh shit, I give that a try.
I'm not gonna lie. So I have a 6 red Hella, and she's fat, right? And I gotta be honest. I used her early in difficulty 1 and 2, but she doesn't cut it for D3 and above, in my opinion. So you definitely need to swap her out for somebody that has a little bit of better utility because you already have insane damage output from Black Bolt. Yo-Yo puts offense down on everybody, gives energy to Black Bolt. Yeah. You got Carnage that's going to be feeding turn meter to the 3 symbiotes. Anti-Venom can, strip the heal block, which actually can screw you in some instances later on down that, like once you're past the second boss node in U7. And I don't know. I love that team. I also love the fact that with Anti-Venom you can give yourself a lot of buffage and you can give yourself a bunch of regens.
Yeah.
And like he's just, and then you can stack up the bleeds. This is a nasty team, dude. It's a nasty team. It's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, I gotta take the healer ISO off of Anti-Venom because I realized that he's actually better as a striker just because of the U7 layout. But then my Yo-Yo's not that big. She's only like 54k, so I get a little nervous when I'm doing U7 with her. A little nervous.
Why?
Just because
I just good,
like one hit, so like sometimes she gets lucky with the evades, but I feel like this one hit can just really make me feel some way about myself.
Make me feel some way about myself. Okay.
I mean the Yo-Yo has a lot of protectability with Black Bolt. I don't know. I think your 54k is still pretty good. That's pretty much mine. Mine's like I think 60, so I'm not that far off from you. I auto all of U7 really just because like until like except for like the second boss node, that's it. I have to like just pay attention I guess a little bit, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna try that literally. We don't have one right now actually. Shit, I didn't realize that. Maybe tomorrow, whenever the next U7 starts for us. That sounds pretty exciting, to say the least. Anything else? Any other team advice y'all got going on?
Man,
go
ahead.
We're talking about war still, or talking about
in general.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah. Anything like fun you got working on or whatever.
Yeah, right now I'm trying to meta out. I guess I'm actually like finally deciding to work on these meta teams now. So Black Order finally got them to 300k.
Nice.
I'm getting I just got Thanos to 14. T4s are not where they should be, but we're it's gonna be a slow process for T4s right now as we move forward. They're a heavy T4 team for me. I did finish the Marauders in terms of T4s, but they're not as highly leveled. So only like Emma's at 14, and the next strongest is really Sinister at 12. So I need a little bit of work, but Mutant Gear was just killing me, man. I worked on I worked on 4 mutant teams in a row. Brotherhood.
It's too much.
It's brutal, man.
X-Men, X-Force. It's just I had to stop. I couldn't keep on banging my head against the wall. I just couldn't do it anymore.
It's too much.
That's actually what I farm every day. Is I farm mutant gear for the most part because I'm already done with most of the farms in the game, and I literally. Oh, you know what? Another thing we didn't even mention earlier is they added Red Skull to be farmable now.
Oh, that's
which
true.
I'm actually I actually
true.
really like because I use Red Skull in my Baron Zemo team, and Baron Zemo is like easily one of my favorite teams for war offense. Like I just love using that team mainly because it's like satisfying to set up a 4-man Zemo passive where he just like kills all 4 of the minions on turn 2. I that's my favorite thing to do. Like just I don't know, just because like watching them all die and seeing Red Skull stand there by himself, I'm like, ha! You leveled up your Hydra team for no reason, bitch. Like,
no, that's a good point. I wish I had Baron Zemo at a higher spot. Remen recently in a video said that Baron Zemo is such a like I never realized how underrated he is right now.
Dude, he's easily one of the best.
Either.
In my opinion, okay. First of all, he's like top 3 in live PvP, like hands down, no questions asked, if not number 1, based off the fact that he goes first every time. And I don't know, dude. Zemo's and we're gonna ask you this in a second, but honestly, like I think Zemo's my favorite character in the game.
Whoa.
I don't know why. Like I mean, I only have a 3 red star, 3 yellow star version of him, but I just something satisfying about his kit, and I didn't expect. This is why I like him. Because he's in an obscure team that makes 0 sense with units that a Crossbones that I leveled up when I very first started playing this game that I couldn't use for the longest time.
Yeah.
And Hydra Grenadier, I had 5 red stars on it. So it was like, dude, this is, and then Winter Soldier, I had it like, like 30 or 40K. So it was like, okay, like let me just throw together this like, mediocre team. I didn't even have to dump many resources into it. And I clear, like 250, 300K Red Skull teams with it. No problem. And I mean, at my level, you don't really see too many Red Skull teams higher than that. So it worked out perfect for me in terms of adding another offensive team to my roster without having to heavily invest in it.
Honest question for me. Like the reason why I haven't leveled up Zemo, number 1, just way too many characters to level up.
Yeah.
And then also, he's only at 3 stars for me. So I'm just like, is it?
So he's only at 3 stars for me too. And yeah, because the team gets, I don't know who it is. I mean, this is gonna sound terrible that I say this, but I don't know who it is. But my team, like whenever I'm doing it, they have so many evades that stack up on them, and I think it might be Red Skull that's doing that. But I'm telling you, like I can literally, my team is only at 250K, and I can punch up 320K was the largest Red Skull team I took down with that. But and I mean that's
I have a 4
literally
red
with
star Zemo. I should really be doing stuff with that.
I mean, granted, like. Again, you know how we were talking earlier about how there's people that want to chase the meta and they want to go for the meta teams? That's not a meta team in my opinion. But for me, I was like looking at my roster and I'm like, well, I've already got a T12 Crossbones and I have, a T10 Winter Soldier, and so why not, And then I just plugged Red Skull in there because I have a 4 Red Skull, but I don't have a Hydra team built up. So I was like, yeah, screw it. Like,
wait,
this
you're
is making
using
an
Red Skull
offensive team
with attack?
Yeah, I do because I don't have a Hydra team for defense, and there's no way in hell I'm investing in a team that can get. My team is Baron Zemo, Winter Soldier, Crossbones, Hydra Grenadier, and I just stoned out. Did I already say Zemo?
Wait, oh my God, yes. Zemo, Red Skull.
Marijuana affects the memory. Zemo, Red Skull, Crossbones, Winter Soldier, Hydra Grenadier.
Yeah, you said yes. Wait. So what are you usually going on that with?
What do you mean?
What are you attacking?
Red Skull teams.
Oh, you're using that against Red Skull.
100%.
Oh, because of minion stuff.
Yeah.
Because
easy
Zemo does
clap,
minion
dude.
stuff.
Yeah, you what you do is you basically whittle
Right.
down. What you do is you whittle down the scientist, because the scientist puts the death proofs on everybody, and most people stack the scientist right next to the rifle trooper, and the rifle trooper is the one that always does all the damage. So basically, if you eliminate those two, like if you get them down to the red or the like a low yellow area, by the time that Zemo's gonna get a second turn, he's gonna proc his passive and he's gonna blow them up and they're dead and they're not coming back. So then the fight is literally you with a Hydra armored guard, Red Skull, and most people have the sniper in there, and it's like, dude, that I'm telling you, you can just destroy that team.
See,
you just
I would
kill
rather
the minions
do that
and it's
than
worthless.
Black Bolt, like straight up.
I have not used so I turned my Inhumans team into a Asgardian killer because Asgardians are basically like, a 2-turn team for the most part, and then they kind of get shut down a little bit. So if you survive and you get Yo-Yo if you get Black Bolt his ultimate by I think it's turn 3, you can basically just like blast the entire team. I mean, granted, I'm not punching up with that, but it's just another Asgardian killer that I think my Inhumans team is like 400k, and I would say half of that is Black Bolt and Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
So I mean, Quake, Crystal, and Karnak, they eat shit every time.
Every
but
time.
it's,
Every time.
Yeah.
They die. They're each at 40k for me, and the rest is Black Bolt and Yo-Yo. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
The Zemo team, I'm not gonna lie, it takes a little bit of like setup, right? Like meaning like you can't just go in there and autopilot shut it down. Like you have to like actually make sure you whittle down the opponents the proper way, because the Grenadier will fucking blow people up, and if he kills them, they have the death proof, and then it kind of screws the entire strat. And the other thing that's funny about that team is they suck on a punch down because they kill everything too fast, and Zemo can't proc his passive to actually like kill everything, you know?
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
it's kind of a weird team, but
That's kind of like
yeah.
that kind of like, cause I stopped playing when Zemo wasn't out when I stopped playing, or when I was still playing, Zemo wasn't out. Came back and I was like, oh, I don't like, Charlie had it favored in. I was like, what the hell? I don't give a shit about this. You know what I mean? Did we? Oh wait, we were. Oh, I didn't get to say my favorite character. Wait, Goofy, who was your favorite character?
We didn't ask him yet.
You started with Zemo. Goofy, who's your favorite character right now?
Favorite character right now in the game?
Do you have
symbiote? It's Symbiote Spider-Man.
Strong choice.
Okay.
Just love him. I just love everything about him. His
Strong
animation, he looks cool. That's
Yeah.
the first. For me, that's actually where it starts. He looks cool.
Yeah.
The
aesthetics are dope.
and then his animations are cooler.
Yeah.
You know, and I love what he does in raids, Dark Dimensions. God, he's just. I wish I could use him more in Arena just because I want to, but yeah.
Dude, he is honestly that unit, I feel like turned the game around in a certain extent. I know that sounds terrible, like really weird, but he became such a integral unit to raids, war, blitz, Dark Dimension. Dude, Dark Dimension 3, he's literally a stud, dude. He can blow.
I can't wait to get the city.
He can blow through portions of the city lane by himself. Like I literally did it with him and Carnage, the two of them alone. That unit is amazing, dude. Anybody that's out there that's like, oh, should I, upgrade? Should I buy a Red Star promotion? Yes. Like the answer is yes every time, in my opinion. He's just too good. He's in every one of my teams, pretty much, except for Arena.
Yeah, he does have a lot of versatility, right? He has a lot of.
Yeah.
He used to be in my Arena team before Black Order.
Well, he has no place in the Arena right now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He's
none
on my
of the
Arena.
symbiotes really do.
He's on my Arena in my baby account, but I mean that's everyone's starting to get Phoenix and Black Bolt now, and I'm like, voila, this is where Symbiote Spider-Man exists.
Well, that was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. I actually don't even know if I have a favorite character right now. I've only been playing again for like a couple weeks at this point, so like.
I thought you said you love Ant-Man and Wasp.
That's where I am Tadano Mac. Actually, I don't know if you guys know this. I dumped everything into my tech. I'm already there. I'm in DD4.
Oh, okay, gotcha. You already beat it. You're in the future timeline, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
I guess my Carnage is really strong, which has been really fun. I went, well, not I shouldn't say Charlie, while I was absent, upgraded my my Black Order really well, and now I've been going into symbiotes, and my 90k Carnage just like erases shit, which has been really fun to just like ult on something and then that character is like gone, that's been super fun.
Sorry if you guys hear the wailing in the background.
Oh, it's okay.
It's
okay.
all right, dude.
No, you're good. Usually my cats are like running around, so there's real life comes before our games or podcasts anytime,
Yeah, I don't actually have no idea what's going on, and I probably should be a good father and try to look, but just.
Well, we are almost done. We
yeah.
This part usually is Q&A, but I don't think we had any questions that didn't already get answered that weren't like specific questions for the podcast stuff. So if anyone has a last minute question to throw in before we get signing off,
I noticed the people in the chat were having fun, kind of pinging off what we were saying.
There's been a long Hellfire.
Oh, okay.
Goofy, how did you get so cool? There's your question.
Me cool? First of all, that I've never heard that term before. About I've never heard that word to describe me before. Yeah, how did I get so cool? I guess Just be you. That's all I can say. Just be you. Don't try to be anybody else.
That's
just
a strong.
Just be who you are.
That's a strong, legitimate answer. Be yourself and just keep going. Hell yeah.
God, the trolls are coming in.
Yeah, we're not. I'm not even gonna. No. We're not even gonna ask that. That's not even. That's a dumb question.
No, that's what weapon is one of my mods.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. Okay,
right.
good.
Can we get more salt from Crondo, please?
I would say, Josh, you weren't very salty today. You
know what? I had a
pretty
really
level-headed.
good. You know what it is? I'm hungover. I went to a work Christmas party last night.
Okay.
And
that's all it takes.
They did casino night, and I was gambling with fake money, and I at one point put like $5,000 on a 3-card poker game, and I won. So I just
if only
screamed.
that was real.
I know, but I would never in a million years do that in real life, dude. I'm like the guy that puts down $5 and is like,
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. I can't gamble because if I did, I would have nothing.
Yeah, exactly. That exactly. So, anyways, I had a lot of fun, and I enjoyed myself. So I'm not super salty today. But if you start talking about PlayStation 5, I can summon a whole fucking sea of salt for you.
At some point, you're gonna get it, buddy. I promise you. At some point, you're gonna get a PS5.
Yeah, in 2021.
Luckily, it's a couple weeks away. So
I
knows?
know.
Who knows?
I know.
That could be sooner than you think.
Yeah.
Goofy, thank you so much for hanging out with us, man.
Absolutely.
You got a great personality. Oh, yeah.
Can I ask Goofy a question?
Oh, please do. Oh,
Yes,
good.
Yeah. So I'm curious. Like, I know you said earlier you do like roster roasts and things like that. Like, what all do you do with that? I'm just curious. 'Cause I know Remen does it, but I mean everybody has like I feel like you have like Remen. First of all, Remen's my dude. I love Remen, and I love I feel like you have a more cheeky personality than Remen based off of like your stream that I've seen. So I'm interested as to your approach when you do like roster roasts of somebody, because I mean some people can get butthurt and they don't understand that it's supposed to be a joke, but I was just curious.
I think I just have a very playful personality in general, so I think people kind of understand where I'm coming from. But yeah, I pretty much, if you do something that I see is ridiculous, we call you out on it, and then we talk about it. Typically, people, whoever I'm doing the roast for, they jump in the voice chat. Okay. And then I can like, brother, seriously, you upgraded a G14 Wolverine? What the hell were you thinking?
I got you. I'll come. When do you do this? Do you do it on Friday nights?
Friday nights, yeah.
All right, I'll come by, and you can roast my roster, because there's some. I've been playing since day one, so there are some like questionable ass things you'll see in my roster. Like why is Yondu's basic T Ford? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at the time it was really good. Okay. No, but I mean I feel like I have some quality content for you right
Before
there.
I stopped playing, Remen roasted my roster and just shit on me so hard the whole time. It was mostly because I was leaving the game. Which I definitely set myself up, because I said nothing will get me to come back to this game. And here my dumb ass is playing this game again.
100K Mantis. Who had a 100K Mantis?
Two people that I did a roast for had 100K Mantis. It went down.
It
went down.
I'm dying.
Unless here's the acceptable scenario for having 100K Mantis. A dev hacked your account and as a joke gave you 100K Mantis. That's the only acceptable way that you have 100K Mantis on your team.
I'm gonna T15 Night Nurse just to get roasted. That's you know what? You know what's funny? I did that to my best friend, because my best friend, before he quit the game, he T13'd like Yondu, Gamora, Night Nurse, like all these champions, and then I took over his account, and I was like, Michael, like, what the F is this, man? Like, how am I supposed to even like level anything up? He's like, oh, I thought Night Nurse was pretty good, man. I'm like, oh, Jesus, dude, why?
At one point, Night Nurse was good. Not that good though.
That hurts.
Yeah, about 2.5 years ago.
Right. That's God. Yeah, that's awesome. Shit. Well, I'm excited to look at the next roster roast, and I feel like you have to do something funny now, Josh. You gotta have something ready for the review. Just a heads up.
I don't need to prepare. My roster is prepared already. Okay.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair.
You take a look at my Iron Fist, and you can see the regret in my eyes.
Yeah, that's true. All right, fair enough. One last time, Goofy, where can people find you at? Let's throw the search out again.
Absolutely, yeah. Check me out. I was about to say, like me on Facebook. No, we're not gonna do that. Yeah, so Twitch, GoofyRhexxi, and then YouTube also as well, GoofyRhexxi. You know, for those on the potty who are just hearing it, it's GoofyRhexxi. You look on YouTube, you look on Twitch, you'll find me there, and of course you'll see other links as well to like my Twitter page, my Facebook page, and my Discord.
Hell yeah. And as always, you can find us at ogpodcast.fm, on Twitter, OverachieversP, Instagram, og.podcast, where you can find us every other week talking about video games, seasoning a cast iron pan, and roster review roast. So again, Goofy, thank you so much for hanging out. Everyone, thanks for always hanging out as always, and we'll see y'all on the next one.
Peace.
Awesome. Yeah, we usually hang out for like a minute, just usually shooting the shit. But if you got to go, feel free. That baby sound like that was hungry baby.
That was actually my daughter. I don't know what was going on with her. I think most likely mommy told her no,
exactly,
and then
right.
she's just not cool with it.
Right. I mean, you know, whenever my girlfriend tells me no, I usually have the same response. I just scream as loud as I can until she relents. Like, I want Chinese food now, and she's like, no, you can't. We just had Chinese food yesterday. I'm like, I want it now. Hell yeah.
I feel like that has actually happened before.
I love eating. So I cook a lot and I enjoy cooking tasty things, but I am a comfort food person. Whenever I am not feeling my best, I want something that will give me that feeling back. I fill my empty emotions with food, and usually that's in the form of chicken and broccoli or pork fried rice. I don't know why. That is just
I fucking love chicken and broccoli.
That is just
a solid option.
That's my go-to when I want to feel better. Chicken, broccoli, or pork fried rice. So, in the last year, that's been my go-to for a lot. As of
Dude,
I was actually late. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead, man.
I was gonna say I was actually late because I was cooking breakfast. Because it was.
Yeah,
it's
you're
like
saying,
I was like, it's my morning. And I completely just did not time it right, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make some pancakes, some scrambled eggs,
hell yeah,
I was just doing it up,
hell yeah.
And then it hit 10:45, and I'm like, "Oh shoot!"
Yeah, I don't usually do breakfast. I skip breakfast, not because I subscribe to intermittent fasting or anything like that. I don't know. I wake up, I have some coffee, I'll wait till lunch, but on the weekend sometimes I'll go and. I'll treat myself to a bagel or something. Today I got a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. I was very excited. I'm a big bacon. There's something about New York, going to any deli or bodega, anything. A bacon, egg, and cheese on a roll will always be good. Doesn't matter where you get it from. Doesn't matter how cheap it is. It's just gonna be a good sandwich. I'm sure it's a lot for a lot of other people, but I don't know. New York's got the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches on wrap. That's all I'm saying.
The other night I did. Friday night I was super ripped and I was bored, so I made a big plate of sausage raviolis, and I made an actual brown butter sauce, and I just shaved a ton of pecorino cheese on top.
More cheese will always make things better.
So
it was
so
good, man. It was so good.
Wait, what?
Sometimes.
Kick and pitch. Oh, the Jubilee thing. Is Jubilee this patch or for next?
It's coming out in 2021.
I think it's next year.
Yeah, it's not coming out till 21.
I was gonna say we don't answer so that they quit the podcast, but I don't deal with threats, kicking pigeons, so I was ready to let you go, but they answered.
Oh yeah, so that brings me back to my point then, I guess. I think that's exactly what's gonna happen. I think that
it's not gonna be an astonishing X-Men character.
It's not gonna be another astonishing X-Men character. I think they're gonna take an existing character, put him on the astonishing X-Men team, and then they're gonna reveal. I think rumor. Don't quote me on this, but I think they're gonna bring out Red Guardian and Yelena.
It'd be interesting. I mean, because we already have a few. We have Wolverine was Astonishing X-Men, Cyclops was Astonishing X-Men,
Mm-hmm.
Emma was even Emma Frost was at some point in Astonishing X-Men. There's a whole slew of characters they could backlog into that,
Right.
which would be interesting. It would be interesting to say the least. I guess what we're gonna see. We have 2.5-3 weeks until 2021. We'll see. I'm very curious.
Yeah.
Wolverine coming out of the closet. Exactly. Wolverine has been stuck in a shitty position for so long, not playing. Honestly, I'm sure everyone at this point, if you've been playing for, at least a year, Wolverine should be 7 stars, just for all the goddamn shards you get from him. But I mean, it doesn't matter. Wolverine is just such a weak character, except for like the what's him in and Colossus's move. The what special? Oh my god, I can't believe I'm blanking on this.
I don't even
Not the
remember.
cannonball special. Oh my god. Someone please in chat. Fastball special. Thank you so much, Genlock. Thank you so much. Yeah, the toss is a specific thing from the comics. Colossus, there was a fastball special. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't even see that anymore because of I have it on low graphics mode, so I don't even see that.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just thinking about what you just said, and I'm wondering if Jubilee comes out, but you need 5 astonishing X-Men to unlock Jubilee, and Jubilee goes into another team like you were talking about.
Oh.
Like, what if? Because I mean, the person that told me about or said the thing about the Rogue and Gambit thing is a incredibly reliable source. So I actually think that's going to happen, and I could totally see it happening, right? Like Valentine's Day, their Rogue and Gambit are like, fucking couple. Like they're just that's part of their story, And
yeah, that'd be interesting.
So I mean, I don't know. Like I could see that happening, and then maybe there's like a different team that. Maybe Rogue and Gambit aren't going to be astonishing X-Men. Maybe they're like a different factor of X-Men or something. I don't know.
We should have talked about this when we were recording.
I know. We didn't even think about it.
That was all good stuff.
Yeah.
Dang.
I didn't think about that. It just dawned on me when he said that. I was like, oh shit. Well, who's going to be needed for Jubilee? We didn't even talk about that. But,
yeah.
But what you could do, Dom, is Vvash could take the
audio
footage
from
of us
this?
talking about that and then like slap it into the podcast.
He could. If he's, I wonder if he's still here. I don't know. With that being said, guys, I gotta get going. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Goofy, again, thank you so much for hanging. It was a pleasure. You have a fun stream, man. And
thank you.
Welcome to the Envoy. You'll see all the shenanigans that happen in there.
Oh, I've been seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been seeing.
Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. I'm gonna